Oh, finally, I've entered. I am so tired. So, I've arrived to give you a house tour. I'll do it tomorrow. But today, it was something else. It's 5:20. I'll just see what happened. Yeah, a house tour of where I'm staying in Nairobi. So this is the entry. It's a studio room. I don't know how many floors they are, but where I am, it's on the 3rd floor. So this is the entry, and it has this tiny but spacious kitchen. It's okay. And of course, those are my things. Don't mind the mess. I slept here and I did things. I prepared tea, you can see. So here it has this microwave in the fridge and the cooker in case you want to cook. It has the purifier here, and on this side, on this side, this is the toilet. Yeah, and this is the sleeping area slash the sitting area. It's the bedroom slash the living room. So it has this couch. Don't mind my stuff, don't mind them, but it has this couch. And on this side we have this big TV. I did not even switch it on. And this rug and the table. Here is the bed. It was comfortable. Don't mind, I slept there. That's why it looks like this. Yeah, so that's the wardrobe right there. And it just has this window and the balcony door. So on this apartment, it's only 2 windows and 2 doors. So let me show you the balcony. Oh my god, I am freezing. I'm freezing. So this is the balcony. It's beautiful. I love it. I don't know, maybe it's the generator. You can hear the noise, but this is the balcony. It has these 2 seats. You can sit and sunbathe. There's a construction going on. Let me show you. There. So that's the Nairobi Nakuru highway. Yes, there. Don't mind the way I'm looking. Looking a mess. I've just woke up and I have to go somewhere. I've just woke up. I'm going to prepare myself. Actually, I don't know if you can hear me, but right here is the better lighting. Inside, the light is not really good. I don't know, maybe I should get my speakers and I connect to them because of this noise. Let me come back. Hi lovelies. As I'm editing this video, I've realized I've lost a certain clip. There was a certain drama at the border. I'm going to explain what happened. One thing why I traveled to Nairobi. Last time when I traveled, I got into an issue with my passport. I was recommended I have to come back to the border and they clarify the problem. Last time when I traveled, when we were coming back, I did not get the entry stamp back to Uganda. Told me it might disturb me and it might bring out some questions when I want to use it, like going outside again, most especially in the airports. When I arrived at the border, we queued and they asked for our yellow card. I was nervous. So when we arrived, we queued, they asked for our yellow card. I gave out my yellow card and they told me my yellow card is not acceptable. Mind you, last time it's the same yellow card I used and I did not find any problem. They said the yellow card is unacceptable. I don't know why. So they took my passport from me and also the yellow card, and they said, go aside. They asked me, they were like, you have to be real. How did you get this yellow card? You all know a lot of, I think if it's 100%, on a scale of 100, I think 95% people holding yellow cards, they did not get the vaccination. I never thought I could get any problem, because last time I've ever used it and I traveled. And I know a lot of people who are using the same yellow card, the same laboratory I got. There is a healthy center section as well. So if you want, they can get you a vaccine there and then you pay a certain amount. Because we are in the rush, there are a lot of people. I couldn't get the vaccine. I wasn't actually the only person. We were many. So we paid a certain amount. I think in Ugandan shillings, I paid 50,000. It's like a penalty. We all paid 50,000 Ugandan shillings and they let us pass. If you have a yellow card and you're not sure, like, or the laboratory where you got it's not recognized, they'll ask you questions and it will delay your journey. About the passport, the stamp, I went to the Uganda what? Because the problem was with Uganda section. So I went to the immigration desk, Uganda side, and I gave out my passport. I was scared. It was a lady working on me. She looked at me and she asked me why I'm going to Nairobi. I told her why I'm going to Nairobi, and there's a gesture she did when she was looking into my passport. So she opened my passport. Let me tell you guys, these people open the previous to see the previous history in your passport. I freaked out. I was like, oh God, please help me, because if they find out, you have to pay. Because in my passport, I only had 3 stamps. There were supposed to be 4. So I had 3 stamps. I did not have entry stamp back to Uganda. Could be asked, how did you come back? And, because when you enter, they take your biometrics, like everything, They did not have my biometrics coming back on the Ugandan side. But I had the biometrics for exiting Nairobi. So I don't know. And it did not affect me. I thank God I passed, and she stamped in my passport. I was like, thank you, God. Thank you. So that's what happened. What I have to say, if it's your first time traveling, make sure you ask. If I go out from this point, where am I going next? Because let me tell you, there is no one who is going to direct you that from this point you go to this point. You have to ask if it's your first time to travel, and you have to know, from this step I'm going to this step, and this is what I'm supposed to have. Because if you do not, you reach a certain point and they will not let you pass. So that's what happened, and right now I'm gonna have my tea. Ugh. I want to have tea right now, and I want to have tea such that I prepare myself. I want to go to explore a little bit before my appointment time. My appointment time is 3, so I still have a lot of time. Okay, let's prepare this tea here. I still have a lot of time, so I want to go explore a little bit, then until as I wait for my appointment time. So I'll see you. Oh, I got this yogurt. I've been looking for this Greek yogurt in Uganda. I couldn't find it in any supermarket. I don't know, maybe I wasn't looking well. I cannot say I looked the whole of supermarkets in Uganda and I couldn't find it, but the ones that I thought I could find it wasn't there. I went in Carrefour, I went in Mega Supermarket. Those are the big supermarkets we have. I couldn't find it. But when I came here in Nairobi and I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, let's try it. So I'll see you guys later. All these are Airbnbs. all these, there are I think like 4 blocks. All these are Airbnbs. There are a lot, like, oh my god. And they have a swimming pool here. I think you can see it. So I stayed on this other block. I think there are even more than 4 blocks. There are a lot, but I think 99% of them, they are Airbnbs, because I could see the on the clothes that are being placed to dry. Most of them are labeled. The towels are labeled, having names of the Airbnbs. Yeah, but that's it. If you ever happen to come to, and it's not even far from the CBD, so if you ever happen to come to Nairobi, just I'm going to leave the contacts on the description, and you can get yourself any apartment that you want. I was staying in a studio apartment, and this area is the side of Waiyaki Way. Yes, I think it's the Nairobi Nakuru Highway. Yeah, so this is where you will find these apartments. They have a beautiful view. I really liked the view, and the community is really accessible, and it's by the road. Yeah, there is access for matatu, even if you don't want to use the bolts and all that. So there's access for the what for the matatu. So right now I'm going to the CBD. I want to let me breathe. I want to do some activity. I want to go to the Museum of Illusions, and yeah, I want to check it out as I'm waiting for my appointment time. Yeah, my appointment is at 3 p.m. and it's currently 11. So I'll be there, and also roaming around the mall. So as I'm waiting for my time.